Hi there everybody and welcome to Shady Entertaining. So today, you can tell I'm done in the old quaff over here. So there's this, that usually means that I mean business. When you see me not wearing the hat, that means I got something important to say. No, actually, all that means is I got a new haircut. See, it's the winter here in Canada, and 90% of the time I don't bother getting my haircut because it's going to be in a toque most of the time. And that's right, eh? I said toque, eh? Take off, you hoser! Most of the time my hair is in a hat or some kind of, or in a toque, so there's no point. But once in a while I need to feel so fresh and clean. And when I do my hair, I like to mansplay it all. That's a new word I'm terming. It's a man, there's not mansplain, it's mansplay. It's when a man displays his beauty. I'm gonna put a shirt. Mansplaining forever. Anyway, yeah, sorry guys, I'm off on a tangent again. But what I do have to say, guys, is very important. So, guys, what happened, Shani? This is what happened. So last night, you know your normal nighttime routine, you're checking your stuff, you're last check on your email or your Instagram or, your YouTube stuff like that, and you're looking at some paranormal activity things, because nothing better than going to sleep when you're looking at ghost stories. At least for this guy, nothing puts me to sleep more. What's that noise? Shani likes his paranormal. I don't know how it came into my head, but just a thought. Ever had that happen, guys? You ever have a thought that just crosses in your mind and then it doesn't just leave. It doesn't, like most thoughts, just go in and then flow out. A lot of thoughts come in your brain and then just pass through. This one didn't. This one went in there, passed gas, festered in there, and then laid eggs. And then all night I just kept thinking, yeah, this could very well happen. Oh my God, if this happens, no, that can't. But what if they do this? But what if they, oh no, they wouldn't. They couldn't, they shouldn't, and they might. That thought lingered in my brain. It made me toss and turn all night, and then when I finally did manage to fall asleep, which for me, is a hard thing on a normal day. When I did finally get to sleep, I had a nightmare or a dream, and it just, because it didn't leave. It laid eggs inside of me, and it just festered, and I started dreaming about this. And then when I woke up, I'm like, no man, we gotta do something about this. So this is what my thought was, guys. This is travesty waiting to happen, and I hope you and I are on the same page in this, and we can come together and we can pull our resources and we can prevent some travesty from occurring. And the thought was this. Gonna come out with Indiana Jones, one of my favorite movies. Remember, there's 3 movies that I love the most, or franchises I love the most. Back to the Future, Star Wars, Indiana Jones are my 3 favorite franchises. And we already know what happened to Star Wars, right? But the thought was the same people who were behind Star Wars are making Indiana Jones. Dun, 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 dun. Cue the record scratch. Dun, 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 dun. That thought lingered inside of me for a moment. I mean, think of the horrors now. Think of the horrors. Lucasfilm is behind, and Disney are making Indiana Jones 5. I'm not saying that Indiana Jones 4 was the greatest thing on earth. It wasn't great. It still was Indiana Jones, and I'm not so sure that this one is going to be Indiana Jones. Okay, so this is what I mean by this. Now, these are the thoughts that kept me up all night, right? So these are my reasons for why this festers in my brain, okay? Remember that fortune cookie video about Ryan Johnson's fortune cookies? Well, I believe that those fortune cookies can come to pass also in Indiana Jones 5. I'm going to open these possible fortune cookies for Indiana Jones. So, number 1, Nihilistic Jones. This is a fear of mine and should be a fear of yours, if you're not a fan of The Last Jedi. Nihilistic Jones is a very, very possible thing. What would that Nihilistic Jones be like? That's what started bothering me. I started thinking, what if nihilism crept into Indiana Jones, right? And I started thinking, does that mean that Indiana Jones is going to be hiding away on an island somewhere, like quit being an archaeologist, and he's no longer donning his hat somewhere, and then his son, what's his name, the Shia LaBeouf guy, I don't even remember, this Shia LaBeouf character, he finds his father's hat, and then he wants to find his dad, Dr. Jones, who's just away in an island somewhere, and he finds him, and when he gives it to him, he hands him his hat, and then, in this magical moment of Indiana Jones looking at his hat. This could be the future, guys. He hands over the hat to Indiana Jones, and then Indiana Jones takes the hat in his hands, right? And he just looks at it, and then he does this. That's a possibility. That can happen. This could keep you up all night like it did me. That's the first thing. Then what next? What are the Nazis gonna win? Are they gonna have this rearranged future thing where the Nazis win and Indiana Jones loses? Is he gonna like make a statement about burn the relics? We need to look for the future. Burn the past. You know, he burns museums and shit. Like it could come to pass very easily, guys. You know, I mean, the burning museums and no longer wanting to look for old relics anymore because the old sucks. You know, now he joined a technology company, right? Selling cell phones. That's where he works. He lives in an island off somewhere in the Canary Islands or something, and he's just making cell phone technology and you know, and looking for new technologies. And he wears a business suit and he's no longer Indiana Jones. He's given up the old ways. That's a very scary thought. And what about Shia LaBeouf? You know, is he gonna be brooding and evil? Like, is that where they're going to turn him? He's going to be like, because his father was so, you know, became so dark that he, you know, now he no longer has anything to believe in. So Shia LaBeouf's character, you know, becomes this brooding, dark, evil, you know, not caring about anything, and just maybe becomes a grave robber instead. I don't know, man. That sounds scary to me. I mean, I really don't care what they do with Shia LaBeouf's character. I wasn't a big fan of his in the first place. Are they going to make Marion Ravenwood? Are they going to do like Leia for her and make her all so suddenly she knows all kinds of powerful things and she knows how to do ninja kicks and backflips, and like there's going to be a moment where, you know, she jumps out of an airplane at some point and she just flies on her own, leaps off the plane and does some parkour shit over rocks, you know, until she reaches Indiana Jones to save his life. You know, I mean, I know it might sound like it's off the charts and out there, but I believe that some form of this could come to pass. You know, think about that for a minute. Indiana Jones set fire to the museums. You know, he doesn't want the museums anymore. He doesn't like, you know, burn all the old relics. Get rid of the Ark of the Covenant. Just burn the past if you must. Remember, these fortune cookies could come to pass if Lucasfilm has anything to say about it. So that's number one. Number two. This is another scary thing, guys. I mean, number two. Are they going to kill Indiana Jones? I mean, think about it. They killed everybody else. They killed Akbar. Disney just loves killing their adult figures and leaving the kids to run the show. So are they going to kill Indiana Jones? I mean, that's a very big concern of mine. And how are they going to kill? I mean, first of all, I don't want to see Indiana Jones die. Nobody wants to see that. We would just rather have him pass the torch and he just goes away or retires or whatever. But no one wants to see Indiana Jones in a death scene. At least I do not. You know, I do not want to see that. I'd rather they not make another Indiana Jones for the rest of my life. I'm saying this, and I'm saying this with my hairstyle, meaning in all seriousness, that I do not want to see Indiana Jones in a scene where he's lying on his deathbed, passing his hat over to Shia LaBeouf. I don't want to see that. No, I do not. I would much rather they go back into young Indiana Jones if they're going to do a reboot of Indiana Jones, or if they're going to have another actor play Indiana Jones, and please, not the solo actor, whatever the hell his name is. I failed. I don't remember his name, and I don't care. Whoever that guy is, let's pick a different guy. It scares me to think that they're going to do that. That they're going to have him on his deathbed and just going, son, you must don the whip and hat. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, Shia does this. I don't want to see that. Especially not Shia LaBeouf. Maybe once upon a time, but not now. More Super Joe. I don't want to see him die. I would much rather they just go into young Indiana Jones and the missing years of Indiana Jones and just do something like that. And because there was a television series on young Indiana Jones, and I would like to see them go into a in between young Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, because I think that was the prequel, and I think that would be kind of cool if they did that and then brought back, and I would actually like to see one of my favorite characters in movies when I was a kid. Remind you, I was a kid. And I really liked Dr. Jones. I really liked him. I love Short Round. I love their chemistry together. It was fun. And so I would like to see that come back. They probably considered him to be racist today if they were to bring him out. And that brings me to my next one. Oh, God. SJW Messages. That's right, guys. We're going to see a lot of Lucasfilm SJW Messages in this movie. And it's not that I'm outwardly against progressive messages. I'm not against having female roles. I'm not against having women in Hollywood. I think that there are serious issues in Hollywood. The way they're handling it is not right, you know. And I'm giving you an example here, guys. This is why I mean, like I'm not against having a female lead. I am against having a female lead in this, though. And I would just to make my point clear, guys. I don't want to see Indiana Joanne carrying a whip and a hat. That's not what I want to see. I don't want to see. And this is what I'm trying to say, guys. For all you SJWs out there who are gonna probably crap on me in the comments, you know, it's not that I'm against, you know, equality or progressiveness. I'm not against that. What I'm saying is, you do not take from one to give to the other. And I'm giving you an example. This is what Hollywood's been doing, and this is where SJW is failing and why people are so angry at all this. Let's just say you see a father, and he's got two kids. He's got a daughter, and he's got a son. He loves his daughter, and he loves his son. And his daughter, he knows his daughter so well, and he knows how much his daughter loves strawberries, and he loves lollipops, and so he gives his daughter a lollipop. And then the son, he sees that his son likes ice cream, so he gives his son ice cream. Now, the lollipop costs only 10 cents, but the ice cream costs $2, and everyone now mentions how there's something unequal about that. Why is that the ice cream costs $2 and the lollipop costs 10 cents and starts complaining that this isn't equal, this isn't a right situation. But meanwhile, she's licking that lollipop and she's loving that lollipop and he's liking his ice cream. But this now infects her head. Now the little girl starts looking at this and says, wait a minute, that's not right. I want that ice cream. I want that ice cream now. The father's like, but I know you don't like ice cream. Don't tell me what I like. I want ice cream. And so she starts kicking and she starts screaming and she starts making a fit. And then in the mall and everyone's looking and then suddenly here comes Mr. and Mrs. SJW walking down the street and they see a crying girl crying about her ice cream and it's not fair because she wants an ice cream and the father and the son has ice cream, he's licking his ice cream, and the boy is enjoying all his ice cream, he's just having a good time with it, and she's sitting in her lollipop crying. And now the SJW guys, they come out there and they're like, excuse me, sir, but this is not right. This is very unequal. This boy is having ice cream, and the girl obviously wants her ice cream, so you give her ice cream, or else. And he's like, but I know my daughter, and I don't want to hear it. This is not equal. Now what does she do, guys? What would a normal person do if she thinks this is not fair? You know, this SJW, if you really care, you know, go to Baskin Robbins or Dairy Queen or one of them and just grab an ice cream cone. Ask her what she wants. Strawberry? You like strawberry, little girl? Okay. Go buy the ice cream cone, make it all nice, hand it to the girl. Right? That's what a normal person would do. Right? What does this SJW do? She does this. Or he does this. Goes, takes the ice cream from the boy and hands it to the girl. That's what she does. It's like, this is not equal. You've been having too much ice cream, young man. Give me this. Here. Gives the ice cream to the daughter. The daughter's now got a smirk, this lovely smirk that she has because she got the ice cream from her brother. And the brother's now crying because he doesn't understand all this stuff. He's like, I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just sitting here eating my ice cream. What's going on here? You know, this poor boy, little kid, and then it gets taken away from him. And now the sister's got the ice cream and he's got nothing. No lollipop, and he definitely has no ice cream. And she's sitting there with the lollipop in her hand and her ice cream. And now the SJW with a smug look says, that's how you handle things. And she walks away, or he walks away, off into the distance, all with a smug look, ready to go on Reddit and type about all her wonderful deed in life, right? And meanwhile then, what happens? If she had stuck around long enough, what she would see? That the girl didn't like ice cream. She took one lick and realized, no, I don't like this. You're right, Daddy. I didn't like this all along. And then the ice cream now is melting down her hand, and it's all down and getting all sticky and gooey, and now it's ruined for everybody, and nobody wants it. Because it's spoiled, and melted all completely, and now nobody has ice cream. And the moral of the story is nobody in that scenario has good ice cream afterwards. You see what I'm trying to say? It's called an analogy. For all those who are not sure or don't know what I'm talking about, as most of you do because you're smart people, the ice cream cone is Indiana Jones. And I'm afraid that someone's going to go and take the Indiana Jones ice cream away from the boys and give it to the girls, and the girls are going to sit there going, haha, I got your ice cream, I got your Indiana Jones. And then in the end, Indiana Jones is going to die because they don't like ice cream. You know, I'm not saying that there aren't girls that like ice cream, I'm just saying that had they done their market research, I'm pretty sure that most guys are the ones liking ice cream as opposed to the girls. I sure love my food analogies, and most of the time that's what I do. I do food analogy. And this just happens to be one of them. But yeah, I mean, my fear is that they will take away something else that the boys like to give to the girls. And like, listen, it's not that I don't want girls to have anything. I want girls, like, it's like you guys already have an ice cream in this. They already have Tomb Raider. But you're going to sit there and say, well, I don't like my flavor. I don't like this one. It's not as good as that one. And you're going to take that one. You see what I'm saying? It sounds childish. And then the person who walks away after they've taken the ice cream away from the boy and they walk all smug like, They don't have to deal with the consequences. They're done. Their job is done. They feel like a superhero. They walked away all proud and with their nose up in the air. You know, there is an issue in Hollywood. I do 100% agree. We do need to fix this. But you don't fix this by taking the ice cream from the boy. You fix this by buying ice cream for the girl. And if the girl somehow looks at the ice cream and says, oh, I actually do like ice cream. This is really good. And she starts eating that ice cream. The father then has to look at that and say, you know what, I was wrong. I was wrong, my daughter does love the ice cream. All this time, I always thought she didn't like ice cream. Thank goodness that she came along, right, and gave ice cream to the daughter. And now the daughter found that she loves ice cream. Now we can all have ice cream. Ice cream for the boy and ice cream for the girl. Everyone's enjoying their own flavors and their own ice cream and everyone's happy, right? No one's happy when you take one, give to the other. No one is happy that way. There we go, guys. What am I saying? Tomb Raider is ice cream for the girls, and Indiana Jones is ice cream for the boys. Please, please, please do not take Indiana Jones flavor of ice cream from me. As I'm the little boy in that scene who's crying, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. Basically, that's what I'm afraid of. In Diana, Joanna. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I'd rather it just go away and never come back than to see that. Tomb Raider is Indiana Jones for the girls, you know, and if girls like Tomb Raider, then wonderful. I'm glad. You know, it's wonderful that everybody can have their cake and eat it too. It'd be wonderful if that can happen. I'm scared that these are the things that are going to come to pass. I mean, this is the world we live in right now. This is not my imagination. This isn't just I'm pulling this out of my butt. So no, this is what my dream was about, because I didn't mention my dream because I wanted to save my dream for after. So this was my dream. After I came to this realization and I have all these thoughts in my head about ice cream and Indiana Jones and all that stuff, I finally did manage to get some rest. Believe it or not, this is the true story. This is an honest to God dream. I swear to God, I swear. Ask my wife. I'm going to give you her phone number in the bottom. You can call her and ask. She'll love it. Shane, what are all these people calling my cell phone? You know, she's not British, but for this, she is. Who are these strangers calling me, asking me why I'm taking their ice cream and asking me about your dreams? I don't know. I want a divorce. No. So her phone number is. just kidding. I know she's gonna say this. She's gonna watch this video and she's gonna go, "You think you're funny?" Anyway, so this was my actual dream. So I dreamt that I somehow snuck into Lucasfilm and I looked for Steven Spielberg and I found him and George Lucas and they were building a sandcastle for some reason together. I don't know what that was all about. Hi, my name is Shaney. I have a YouTube channel called Shaney Entertaining, and I am a huge fan of Indiana Jones. And I really, really, really want to have some say into this movie and help you to make this movie, right? Steven Spielberg looked at me and said, "My son," I don't know why he said that. Because I'm not his son, but I don't know for sure. He goes, son, these studios have walls." Guess what movie that's from? He goes, "You know what? I see the passion in your eyes, my friend. And you know what? I think I could see good things in you. I'm going to make you the director of Star Wars." And I remember thinking this, no, I don't want to direct it. I don't want to direct this. I just want to have say in it. I just want to, you know, be behind the scenes and say, no, yes, no, yes, no, definitely not. Kathleen Kennedy, you're fired. I want to say that stuff. There's too much stress and pressure to be directing. He goes, nope, one or the other. You're the direct Star Wars. And he told me this. You're either going to direct Indiana Jones or nothing. And so I had no choice. I had to direct it. And I remember having anxiety the rest of the dream about too much work to direct this movie. Although it would be a dream come true. That was, honest to God, my dream. I remember waking up with a fear of anxiety going, oh my God, I have to direct this movie. This is a lot of work. And it's one of those that felt real. You know, there's some dreams that, you know, sort of doesn't. This felt so real. It was such a letdown too, because I woke up thinking, oh, I'm not in charge of Lucasfilms. Aww. I was all disappointed, and that's where it became a nightmare, was as I realized that Lucasfilm still belongs in the hands of the people, you know, who ruined this, The Last Jedi. So when I came to, I was like, no, this is not happening. Left me with the reality of what's to come, guys. So the Indiana Jones movie, led by these people. Still, like, the only saving grace of this is that, yes, Steven Spielberg is still set to direct this. You know, even though we know what he did to Part 4, so I'm not sure, really, if he's the right guy, but I don't know. This is heavy, right? I don't know what to say. You know, I do think he could do it. I mean, he's done it in the past. We've seen what he did and George Lucas did. to the fourth one, so I don't know. That's why I'm kind of like this on it. I'm hoping that at least, if it is a bad movie, it's a bad movie on its own merits, not on a bad movie because it's loaded with propaganda messages, or, you know, killing off characters, or, you know, destroying the past, and nihilistic views. I'd rather just be bad because it's bad than bad because of all this stuff. Yeah, so that's my thought, guys. So the only thing I think that could save it is the fact that I think Steven Spielberg is still going to direct it. But I don't know. I'm still nervous. Still loaded with anxiety over this. So what do you guys think, guys? Huh? Do you guys think? Are you like me? Speaking of ghosts, the door just opened on its own. But it's the wind. That I know for sure. It's very windy outside, and I know that was specifically the wind, so it wasn't a ghost. Did you hear that, by the way? Did you hear the squeak? But anyway, it was wind this time. But it's not always wind. There is the ghost in my house. Speaking of ghosts, did I scare you? Are you haunted by this idea? Because it's haunting me. This is really bothering me. It really is, because I'm having a bad feeling about this. Junior! No, I don't see good things. Tell me if you guys are having a bad feeling about the same thing that I am. Does this concern you? Maybe we should write a petition. Maybe that's what we should do, guys. I think what we should do is don the hats. Don the fedoras, guys. Just don the fedoras. Just send messages. Send them to Lucasfilm and all the people concerned, or send a message to Steven Spielberg and say, please do not ruin Johnson, the Indiana Jones franchise. Please. Keep this for the fans who like it. Do not give the ice cream to the SJWs. Do not do that. Let the SJWs and the PC guys, let them have their own ice cream. Right? Nothing wrong with them having their own ice cream, right, guys? It's just this one's ours. This one's ours. Yeah. So don fedoras, but just get the word out there, guys. Just do not touch Indiana Jones, or do not ruin it. That's all I got to say, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like if you do, and put in the comments, what do you think? Do you agree with me? What should we do to prevent it? If you think we can prevent it, let me know. And that's it. So, da 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 da.